chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there, it's not to be taken lightly. God has given you signs about the evil that exists within this world. The evil that exists within this world. You've encountered the evil. Okay? And this should indicate to you that not only is it this narcissist that is involved in your life that is evil, but there is other ones around. And some of you go through a process where you awaken to other ones that are around you in your current life or in your past. But you also need to watch out for the unforeseen ones. The ones that you've no longer met yet. You haven't met them yet. Okay? I don't want you to pour your heart into someone else, especially when you're broken and vulnerable, and it be another narcissist. And this is why God doesn't want you to move on quickly. There's enough signs there to see it. Some of you might have been met with rejection. You could have really actively tried to go out there and start dating. You could have really actively tried to go out there, start dating, and you're met with rejection. Or it could even just be hanging out with friends, and you're met with rejection. This is something that's very common. Sorry, 1 second. This is something that's very common. You can be met with rejection. So there are signs there, and it's not that these people don't like you or something like that. It's God doesn't want you to start affiliating with people too soon. Plus, maybe God even knows the inner dimensions of their mind and knows they're not worthy to be around you. There were some people that I spoke to in a session, and many of them have encountered other narcissists straight after being with the narcissist. They've gone into a new relationship or even just started to talk to someone new, and they've realized that these were narcissists, or at least toxic individuals. Some of them didn't get so close that they even worked out if they're narcissists or not, but they knew they were certainly toxic. Okay? And this is why God says, don't do it. Don't move on quickly. Just don't. I know you might feel an urgency. I know you might feel a rush. You might feel it's a necessity. You might feel time's running out. Remember, things go in favor of God's timing, not our timing. Okay? It's Kairos timing and Chronos timing. There's two different timings. One is God's timing, one is our timing. So I know you might feel like time's running out and stuff, but I think that what God is trying to show you is this: there's more meaning to the world than just being in a relationship. The thing is most of society is conditioned and brainwashed by the storybooks and things as a children, and what you see on social media, and what you see, most of these things, the Disney films and all of this stuff has an effect on the mind in thinking that the prince and the princess meet and they live happily ever after, and it's a core desire in majority of humanity, a core desire inside them to just find someone. And I know it's obviously about procreation and all of that, but doing it with the wrong person, it's better off being by yourself. And I think this is what God shows you through this narcissistic abuse, that it's actually better to be by yourself than with some phony. And I think the whole thing now in why God doesn't want you to why God doesn't want you to move on quickly is to learn more and more about these deviants, see who they are. And I'm not just talking about listening to videos, but just in your everyday life, in your experience, right? Spotting them, seeing the tendencies, keeping your heart to yourself and God alone. I know it's nice to be giving and charitable and supportive and caring to people, and you can do it to a certain extent, but once you become affiliated and involved, then it becomes a different level. Okay? And that's why if you notice any untoward signs, maybe they're not a narcissist, but they're a bit iffy, then even if your heart's still in the right place, love them from a distance. Keep people at a distance. Okay? It's something to go through a process. And there was someone who I spoke to. They took a long time out. They started working on their purpose. They started becoming a better person. They took a significant time out. I can't remember the exact amount of time they took out, but they took a significant time out, like a long period of time, right? Quite a long period of time away from relationships. Then they got into another relationship and they realized that their guard was down. So you need to remember this stuff. I know you're watching this video now, it's on your head, you're thinking about it. You might have read a book, it might be in your mind. But you've got to watch out. If you do take this advice that I'm telling you, when you slow it down, you stop, you follow the signs of God, seeing that it's not good to affiliate with people too soon, then be wary when you do engage with people again, because they will try and draw you out. This is the thing. It's probably not even going to be you that initiates a relationship with the new person. Most likely it's going to be someone else that's going to initiate it with you. I know you're going to do your own part in your own part of it, but it's going to be more them doing the initiating. It'll be them trying to draw you out. This is what happens every day. These narcissists try to draw you out. So, and I would advise you stay off social media, dating apps, all of that stuff. At least if you meet someone in person, you can pick up on a vibe of a person. There's certain first impressions that can't be changed. You can never change first impressions. If you had a new boss at work and you turned up late the first day, he'll just have an impression of you. The boss would just have he or she would just have an impression of you, that you're a latecomer. You know, you come late. You see, you wouldn't be able to change those first impressions. So this is why if you meet someone on first impressions, you'll be able to gauge it better. I think, it's a theory, because this social media thing doesn't work out when you're going back and forth, talking on the phone, FaceTime, this, that, the other. You're doing all this stuff prior to your meeting. It leads to destruction as well, because they're getting so much intel and data on you to use against you further down the line. Okay? They're messed up, deranged creatures. So just see that God has left signs for you to spend a portion of your time by yourself. It doesn't have to be for a lifetime, but just enjoy the time alone and spend a period of time alone. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.